Lee Jaffe was a trailblazing figure whose life intertwined with some of the most iconic cultural movements of the 20th century. From his early days in New York City to his years spent in Jamaica with Bob Marley and the Wailers, Jaffe's path through the worlds of art, music, and activism has left a lasting mark in the art world. His unique ability to blend visual art, music, and social consciousness made him one of the most multifaceted artists of his time.
Born in New York City, Jaffe grew up surrounded by the vibrancy of the city's artistic and political climate. His interest in the arts blossomed early, and he quickly gravitated toward painting and photography. His early artistic endeavors were characterized by a keen eye for capturing the essence of the human experience, especially the tensions between societal norms and individual expression. As he worked on his craft, Jaffe found himself moving through different artistic circles, constantly absorbing the influences of the world around him.
By the early 1970s, Jaffe's artistic pursuits led him to a deep engagement with the music scene, particularly reggae. This was a transformative period for Jaffe, who became closely associated with Bob Marley and the Wailers, marking the beginning of a life-altering chapter in his career. What began as a brief trip to Jamaica quickly turned into a years-long immersion in reggae culture and its political roots. Jaffe's time living at 56 Hope Road, the home of Bob Marley in Kingston, Jamaica, was pivotal. Originally intended as a short visit, his stay became a deep, multi-year connection to Marley, the Wailers, and the Jamaican music scene. The house was not just a home, it was a hub for musicians, artists, and revolutionaries. It also became the center of Jaffe's creative output during this period.
As tensions mounted politically in Jamaica,
with violence and social unrest intensifying, Marley assigned Jaffe 2 bodyguards, Frowser and Tek Life, as protection when he ventured outside. These 2 young men, infamous for their violent reputations, provided Jaffe a window into the turbulence of the Jamaican streets, though he remained skeptical of their stories of chaos and violence. Despite the perilous atmosphere in Kingston, Jaffe spent much of his time in the heart of the island's music scene. He accompanied Marley to Trenchtown, one of Kingston's most dangerous neighborhoods, where Marley would often provide financial assistance to families in need. This experience gave Jaffe first-hand insight into the struggles of the Jamaican people during a time of political and economic strife. While Marley was struggling financially, having seen little success from the Wailers' first albums, his royalties from Johnny Nash's recording of Stir It Up provided some much-needed funds for periodic trips to New York. Jaffe's musical contributions to Marley's work came unexpectedly.
One day, while traveling back from Negril with Marley and his cousin Hugh Sledger Pert, Marley began writing the song Rebel Music, 3 O'Clock Roadblock, a critique of police oppression in Jamaica. Jaffe, who had no prior experience in recording music, began playing harmonica alongside them. When it came time to record, Marley insisted on including the harmonica, an uncommon instrument in reggae music at the time. The song's message of resistance and its commentary on police brutality resonated deeply, but it also faced resistance from the media. The song was initially banned from radio airplay due to its politically charged message, but its powerful message found its way to the people through underground dance hall play. Determined to get the song on the airwaves, Marley enlisted the help of his friend, Jamaican soccer star Alan "Skill" Cole, who had connections in the radio industry.
Jaffe recalled how Cole showed up at the radio stations carrying a baseball bat, an unusual sight in Jamaica, where baseball was not a widely played sport. Along with Marley's bodyguards, they pressured the DJs to play the track, and Jaffe was tasked with sitting in a rental car outside the station, listening to ensure that the song actually aired. Eventually, their efforts paid off, and Rebel Music became a hit, solidifying its place as an iconic track in Marley's catalog. During this period, Jaffe also found himself in a humorous yet telling situation. He had rented a car in New York but never returned it, continuing to drive it around Jamaica for over a year. Every few months, a representative from the rental company would show up at Hope Road to collect the payment, but Marley's charisma and persuasive conversations always left the man laughing and walking away, without the car being returned. It was a lighthearted testament to Marley's ability to navigate difficult situations with ease and humor, even in times of financial uncertainty.
Recording his harmonica part for Rebel Music was a nerve-wracking experience for Jaffe. Having no prior experience in the studio, he was apprehensive about making mistakes, and his nerves showed. Marley, ever the perfectionist, pointed out his errors, but legendary bassist Aston "Family Man" Barrett stepped in to help. Family Man devised a simple system of taps on Jaffe's shoulder. 1 tap meant to start playing, 2 taps meant to stop. This guidance allowed Jaffe to finally lay down his harmonica part, and despite his initial nervousness, the track became a landmark in Marley's discography.
Though Jaffe didn't make much money from the song, the experience itself became one of the defining moments of his life and career. Jaffe's time with Marley was more than just a musical collaboration. It was an education in politics, culture, and spirituality. He was immersed in the revolutionary energy of reggae and learned firsthand about the struggles of oppressed peoples. Marley's messages of unity, resistance, and spiritual freedom left a profound impact on Jaffe, shaping both his artistic vision and his advocacy for social change.
While Jaffe's connection with Marley is perhaps the most famous chapter of his life, his artistic endeavors extended far beyond this period. He also collaborated with other cultural icons, including Jean-Michel Basquiat and Gordon Matta Clark, further cementing his place in the world of contemporary art. Through his photography and painting, Jaffe explored themes of social justice, political activism, and cultural identity, always with a deep commitment to amplifying marginalized voices.
Throughout his life, Jaffe remained an outspoken advocate for civil rights and global activism, using his platform to shed light on important social issues. His work continues to be a testament to the power of art, music, and activism in shaping cultural consciousness and driving change. Whether through his photographs, paintings, or musical contributions, Jaffe's legacy remains a vital part of the artistic and social fabric of the 20th century.
Jaffe's influence spans multiple disciplines: art, music, activism, and his ability to bridge these worlds has ensured that his impact will be remembered for generations to come. His time with Bob Marley, though only one chapter in a rich and varied life, solidified his place in the annals of cultural history, and his work continues to resonate today.
Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care, be good to yourselves and to those around you. Bob Marley forever.